Hello and welcome back to another Hunger Games simulator video. The theme of this simulation is Disney, which is kind of crazy they haven't made a Disney edition yet. But I've got a lot of suggestions to make one, so I'll put up on screen right now all the comments that have suggested this theme. I did make a Pixar Hunger Games, which I'll leave a link to right now if you want to go check it out, which is the closest I've gotten to making a Disney one. And just for curiosity, comment down below what your favorite Disney movie is. And also comment down below what other characters you want to see in the Hunger Games. So if there's any Disney characters that I didn't add in this that you want to see return in maybe like a sequel, let me know, because then maybe, I'll add those Disney characters in the sequel. And before we get into the characters that are in the Hunger Games, make sure to go and subscribe because, it helps out the channel. And if you enjoy these videos and you want to see more of them, subscribing always helps. Okay, so let's get into the contestants. So in District 1, we got Mickey Mouse. Obviously, we need him. He's Disney's mascot. Speaking of mascot, he's actually returning from my mascot Hunger Games. So if you want to go check that out, I'll leave a link to it. I know he looks very weird because he's craving cheddar in that image. It's still a pretty funny image. Like, what even is that? Like, why does he crave cheddar? Then also in District 1, there is Minnie Mouse. And also in District 2, there is Goofy. Bro, we got Goofy. Goofy, y'all looking Goofy. Then District 2, there is Donald Duck. Then now we're moving away from Mickey's clubhouse, and we're going on to District 3, where we got Snow White. She basically, like, speaks to animals, She'll probably make some good friends with the Mickey clubhouse. Then also in District 3, there is Cinderella. In District 4, there is Sleeping Beauty. I know her name is technically, like, Aurora, but, like, I was like, who knows her name is Aurora? But then apparently, like, everyone I've talked to knows her as Aurora, and I'm the only stupid one. Also in District 4, there is Belle, also known as Beauty. Bro, where's Beast? Then District 5, there is Ariel. Also in District 5, there is Tiana. In District 6, there is Elsa. Oh my god, it's the girl from the Spider-Man pregnant video. Also in District 6, there is Rapunzel. Bro, I played her in Disney Infinity. She goes crazy. Then also in District 7, there is Genie. I had to use the live action version. Who cares about the animated version when we got Will Smith? Also District 7, there is Tinkerbell. She speaks in sparkle emoji. Then District 8, there is Tarzan. He speaks in Ooga Booga. Now also District 8, there is Pinocchio. I used the live action version because he freaking sucked. Why does he look CGI? The point of a live action one is to make them look like they're super realistic. At least that's like the only point. Like, why would you watch the live action one compared to the animated one? Other than like just to see what like freaking the fish from the Little Mermaid looks like as a real fish. Like, there's no other purpose. In District 9, there is Simba. Also in District 9, there is Phineas, who is returning from the King K. Rool Hunger Games, out of all Hunger Games to return from. In District 10, we got Stitch. I don't know why he looks so freaking... He looks like a menace in that image. Like, bro is straight up plotting. Also in District 10, there is Baymax, who is returning from Superhero Hunger Games number 2. And, spoiler alert on his placement right now. So, fast forward like 10 seconds if you don't want to be spoiled. He won it, so like this would be crazy if he wins again. And also in District 11, there is Wreck-It Ralph. He's so ready to wreck things. Then also in District 11, there is Maui. I know I could have added Moana, but why add Moana when I can add The Rock? It's Dwayne Johnson. In District 12, there is the Evil Queen, who is returning from my Supervillain Hunger Games 3. We have a lot of returning contestants in this. Then also in District 12, there's the final contestant, Dr. Facilier. He's like my favorite Disney villain. Anyways, let's proceed and see who will win the Hunger Games Simulator Disney Edition. Make sure to comment down below who you think will win the Hunger Games and who you want to win the Hunger Games. As the tributes stand on their podiums, the horn sounds. Cinderella runs away from the cornucopia. Baymax runs away from the cornucopia. Donald Duck finds a backpack full of camping equipment. Rapunzel runs away from the cornucopia. Genie breaks Maui's nose for a basket of bread. Oh my god, Will Smith, you gotta run away. You don't just casually break the rock. Snow White runs away from the cornucopia. Ariel, Mickey Mouse, Dr. Facilier, and Phineas share everything they gathered before running. Belle and Sleeping Beauty fight for a bag. Belle strangles Sleeping Beauty with the straps and runs. I don't know why, it's kind of funny to just see like Disney princesses just brutally murder each other. See, I kind of wish Sleeping Beauty won. I would have made the hilarious haha funny joke of you can't sleep on Sleeping Beauty. Yeah, she decided to die and ruin that for me. Tarzan clutches a first aid kit and runs away. Evil Queen rips a mace out of Tinkerbell's hands. She's so small, like don't even pick a fight with her, like what's the point? Stitch runs away from the cornucopia. Bro looks like he has rabies. Pinocchio and Minnie Mouse fight for a bag. Minnie Mouse gives up and retreats. Tiana runs to the cornucopia and hides. Wreck-It Ralph runs away from the cornucopia. Goofy accidentally steps on a landmine. That's such a goofy odd death. Simba runs away with a lighter and some rope. And Elsa steps off the podium too soon and blows up. She's probably like the strongest one here too. Like she has like legit ice powers. Tinkerbell starts singing to animals. Well, I think that's Snow White's job, but you know what? I can see Tinkerbell doing it too. Baymax chases Donald Duck. See, I feel like Baymax is just such a friendly guy though. Like he's probably trying to make friends with Donald Duck. She probably just wants to like hug him. Snow White collects fruit from a tree. Oh my god, is she still trying to get an apple? I thought she learned from her previous experience. Like, I feel like after you eat a poisonous apple, you just don't eat apples again. Like, they're just off the menu now. Like, Simba camouflages himself in the bushes. Maui hunts for other tributes. Tiana searches for firewood. Ariel drinks a bottle that says, "Drink me." Obviously, Alice in Wonderland reference, which is pretty funny because no one from Alice in Wonderland is in this Hunger Games. But Ariel does have the personality where she would see a bottle that says "drink me" and just drink it without thinking. Like, I don't know if it's because she's stupid. She's like, "Yes, evil octopus lady, I will sell my soul." Dr. Facilier searches for a water source. Cinderella sees smoke rise in the distance but decides not to investigate. Wreck-It Ralph attacks Tarzan, but he manages to escape. I want to see that fight. They're both so buff. Mickey Mouse constructs a shack. Stitch tends to Evil Queen's wounds. I wouldn't let him get anywhere near you. Like, I feel like he's gonna bite your arm off. Minnie Mouse, Phineas, Rapunzel, and Pinocchio hunt for their tributes, and Belle tends to Genie's wounds. 3 tennis shots can be heard in the distance: Sleeping Beauty, Goofy, and Elsa. Rapunzel loses sight of where she is, probably because the hair is in her face, like she can't see anything. Minnie Mouse receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Tarzan is awoken by nightmares. Cinderella pushes Phineas off a cliff during a knife fight. Pinocchio is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. He's made out of wood, so I don't even know if that's the best idea. I think he's too convinced that he's a real boy. Wreck-It Ralph goes to sleep. Evil Queen, Mickey Mouse, Genie, and Belle tell each other ghost stories to lighten the mood. Oh my god, they're talking about the new Haunted Mansion movie that bombed at the box office. Baymax finds a pink bow and puts it on. Was that from Minnie Mouse? Did Minnie Mouse lose her bow? Tiana, Dr. Facilier, Donald Duck, and Snow White sleep in shifts. Oh my god, Tiana and Dr. Facilier working together? Ariel defeats Stitch in a fight but spares his life. Tinkerbell loses sight of where she is, and Maui and Simba hold hands. Belle and Ariel work together for the day. Princesses working together, you'd love to see it. Donald Duck runs away from Wreck-It Ralph. Stitch sprains his ankle while running away from Genie. Pinocchio wishes to hatch from an unknown sponsor. Snow White practices archery. Tinkerbell catches Mickey Mouse off guard and kills him. Oh my god. Dr. Facilia and Evil Queen climb a mountain together. Oh my god, the two villains are probably scheming. Rapunzel defeats Minnie Mouse in a fight but spares her life. Cinderella receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Maui receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Tarzan thinks about home. And Tiana dies trying to escape the arena. At least Dr. Facilier is still in this. 3 cannon shots can be heard in the distance: Phineas, Mickey Mouse, and Tiana. Genie tells a lie to Simba. That's a classic Genie move. Genie's be like, "You got 3 wishes," and then like you make a wish, and he's like, "Haha, your skin is gone." Pinocchio, Dr. Facilier, Snow White, and Donald Duck sleep in shifts. Ariel forces Baymax to kill Maui or Rapunzel. He decides to kill Rapunzel. Does she not want to kill anyone herself? So she's like making Baymax do it. She's like, he's already been in the Hunger Games before. He's used to killing people. Belle begs for Evil Queen to kill her. She refuses, keeping Belle alive. Cinderella lets Wreck-It Ralph into her shelter. Tarzan lets Stitch into his shelter. He does look like a feral animal. I guess Tarzan's like, "Ooh, look, he's my friend." Tinkerbell goes to sleep. How do you just casually go to sleep after knowing you just murdered Mickey Mouse? Minnie Mouse questions her sanity because she can't find her bow. Maui fishes. He does love the ocean. Tinkerbell poisons Tarzan's drink. He drinks it and dies. Oh my god, Tinkerbell. Baymax tries to sleep the entire day. Donald Duck and Pinocchio climb a mountain together. Wreck-It Ralph and Ariel hunt for their tributes. Stitch and Evil Queen split up the search for resources. We got our new evil villain duo. He tended to her wounds before, maybe now they're best friends. Minnie Mouse bashes Belle's head in with a mace. Oh my god, losing her bow made her go insane. Genie and Simba work together for the day. Right after he lied to him too? Snow White unknowingly eats toxic berries. Why does she always eat poisonous fruits? Dr. Facilia stalks Cinderella. He lost Tiana, so like he has to go for the next Disney princess. 4 cannon shots can be heard in the distance: Rapunzel, Tarzan, Belle, and Snow White. Cinderella looks at the night sky. Simba sets an explosive off, killing Donald Duck. Dr. Facilia quietly hums. Ariel tries to sing herself to sleep. Minnie Mouse, Tinkerbell, and Wreck-It Ralph cheerfully sing songs together. It's crazy that out of those 3, like, I'd be most scared of Minnie Mouse and Tinkerbell. Baymax, Maui, and Evil Queen cheerfully sing songs together. Pinocchio starts to go crazy and they kiss a frog. Stitch sees a fire but stays hidden. Tinkerbell searches for a water source. Baymax starts singing to animals. He's such a friendly fellow. Minnie Mouse bleeds out due to untreated injuries. Was losing the bow the injury? Is that like surgically onto her? Maui, Ariel, and Stitch get into a fight. Stitch triumphantly kills them both. Oh my god. Cinderella builds a snowman. Evil Queen receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Pinocchio and Simba climb a mountain together. So many people just climbing mountains. And Dr. Facilia scares Genie off. 4 cannon shots can be heard in the distance: Donald Duck, Minnie Mouse, Maui, and Ariel. Tinkerbell and Baymax huddle for warmth. Pinocchio convinces Evil Queen to not kill him, only to kill her instead. How did he convince her to not kill him. Because think about it, if he said like, oh, don't worry, I won't kill you, his nose would have grew. So he had like some crazy way of convincing her to not kill him. The cornucopia is for food, supplies, weapons, and memoirs from the tribute's families. Dr. Facilier bleeds out due to untreated injuries. Not Dr. Facilier. Wreck-It Ralph decides not to go to the feast. Genie decides not to go to the feast. Simba and Pinocchio get into a fight over raw meat, but Pinocchio gives up and runs away. Yeah, you can't like beat a lion in a fight over raw meat. Like the lion is not gonna give up. Baymax attacks Stitch, but Tinkerbell protects him, killing Baymax. Tinkerbell is just popping off his Hunger Games. Cinderella decides not to go to the feast. Wreck-It Ralph collects fruit from the tree. More cherries. Stitch, Simba, and Cinderella start fighting, but Simba runs away as Stitch kills Cinderella. Oh my god, the Stitch is on a killing mayhem. Poor Cinderella. Simba was smart to run away. Pinocchio sees smoke rise in distance but decides not to investigate. See, now he's smart. Now he doesn't want to burn to death. 4 cash shots can be heard in distance. Evil Queen, Dr. Facilier, Baymax, and Cinderella. Genie cries himself to sleep. Stitch lets Simba into his shelter. Wait, so now they're just chill? Tinkerbell tries to sing herself to sleep. Genie starts singing to animals. Okay. Wreck-It Ralph tends to Simba's wounds. Pinocchio shoots a poisonous blow dart into Tinkerbell's neck, slowly killing her. That's crazy though. Shooting a blow dart into her neck, like she's so small, she's flying around. What type of aim does Pinocchio have? And Stitch fishes. 1 cannon shot being heard in the distance, that's Tinkerbell. Simba is awoken by nightmares. Genie, Wreck-It Ralph, and Pinocchio sleep in shifts, and Stitch receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. So these are the final contestants. Stitch receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Didn't he just get that? Pinocchio injures himself, and Wreck-It Ralph sprains his ankle while running away from Simba. Pinocchio is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. That's good. Don't start a fire. I thought he was just getting smart. Genie and Simba huddle for warmth. See, if you want warmth, huddle with Will Smith. Like that's how you do it. Stitch screams for help, and Wreck-It Ralph receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Stitch begs for Pinocchio to kill him. He refuses, keeping Stitch alive. What's going on with Stitch? Simba kills Wreck-It Ralph with his own weapon. Genie goes hunting. 1 cannon shot being heard in the distance, Wreck-It Ralph. Genie cries himself to sleep. Simba sets an explosive off, killing Stitch. And Stitch has finally been defeated. And it's crazy it was by Simba too. I feel like Simba and Stitch has had an on and off relationship going on like throughout this whole entire Hunger Games. And then Pinocchio tries to sing himself to sleep. 1 cannon shot can be heard in the distance, that's Stitch. Oh my god, we're on like night 9. Simba screams for help. He's taking a page out of Stitch's book. Unless if, oh my god, did Simba just get rabies from killing Stitch? Did he eat Stitch? Pinocchio receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor, and Genie tends to his wounds. Simba sprains his ankle while running away from Pinocchio. Genie fishes. Simba and Genie tell stories of themselves to each other. And then Pinocchio dies from hypothermia. Oh no. Maybe he should have warmed himself up. Maybe I was wrong. And then Genie dies trying to escape the arena. Why would he try to escape this late? 2 cannon shots can be heard in the distance, Pinocchio and Genie. And the winner is Simba from District 9. There's a chance he has rabies now, but it doesn't matter. He is still the victor of the Disney Hunger Games. Well, I'm kind of surprised that a princess didn't win, because like there's so many princesses in this Hunger Games. And here are all the placements. So Simba first place with 3 kills, which is tied for the most because Stitch and Tinkerbell also have 3 kills. Anyways, that is it for this Hunger Games Simulator video, Disney edition. I hope you enjoyed. There's definitely an interesting Hunger Games. A lot of cool stuff happened. A lot of ironic stuff happened too. And I'm curious to see if any of your predictions were right with who won this. Make sure to comment down below any other suggestions for other themes for me to make. So, you know, it could be a show, a movie, a game, literally anything. Any theme you can think of, let me know in the comments and maybe I'll make it. And if you want to see a sequel to this, let me know that too and what characters you would like to see in the sequel. But anyways, I guess that's it for this video. Simba is your winner, and goodbye.